Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back. With me, Sierra Sims. Good to have you on.
Yes.
I think this will probably be the first time you'll be on the channel. It just occurred to me. She's been helping us make some content, strength training for the masterclass. But today we're talking about traditions that are stupid, that you should not violate. But I also want to start by saying, like, do your thing. Ride your bike. Have fun. Sport's about having fun. But with that said, ankle socks under no circumstances are you allowed to wear. What is the deal with that? You just look like a triathlete, sort of.
It is rough. We do not want to see any ankles out there on the bike, especially if they have a little tab on the back of it. That's just bad.
There's definitely some triathlete vibes going on, but also the opposite is bad. Like, what's worse? I got a question for you. What's worse, the ankle sock or like the compression sock all the way up to your knee?
That is, I don't know.
It's a tough question.
Yeah, they're both pretty bad, I would say. So we just stay clear of either of those.
It's a weird rule, don't understand why, but it must be followed. While we're on the subject of apparel, can we talk about warmers for a second? Because there is very specific rules on warmers. I think there's a good reason for this, but tell them what the rule is for warmers.
So leg warmers cannot be worn without arm warmers, but arm warmers can be worn without leg warmers.
Yes. Why? I actually have an explanation that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
Kind of doesn't. Here's my thought on it. Arm warmers can be taken off in like a race or some type of competitive group ride setting pretty easily. Leg warmers, you're committed to that. If you're putting leg warmers on before a race, it has to be like really, really cold. And for that reason, you just don't see leg warmers very often, A. And then B, when you do see them, they're almost always worn in conjunction with arm warmers because it's really cold when you're finally donning leg warmers. It's 2025. Are you allowed to wear a cycling cap?
No.
No. At all?
No.
No. I just leave them. I got one the other day. My kid wears it. It's like a proper baseball cap for my kid.
I think they do have some companies at events have a cycling cap that you can get. It's like designed very cool, but you would just wear it, I think, as a gimmick.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't wear it on a bike.
Right. And if you go back far enough, cycling caps were like every cyclist wore them. Professional cyclists wore them without a helmet. That was a weird thing. If you go back far enough, like people just didn't wear helmets. And then it became a thing where it's like, okay, only on rainy days. I think the idea is like the cap somehow keeps the rain off of your, like it didn't make sense to me, but that was the justification for it. And then I feel like fast forward another 15 years, now it's like 2010, 2012, and you would see professionals. I feel like especially British professionals would wear them on the podium. And that was kind of like the final straw of cycling caps. Now you just don't see them ever again. So cycling caps, straight to jail.
Straight to jail.
White shoes with black socks, also.
Right to jail, right away.
I don't think we have anything to add about that. Straight to jail.
That's it.
What is a Cat 5 tattoo, Sierra?
Well, a Cat 5 tattoo is when your leg brushes your chain or chainring, and it creates a very nice outline of that device on your leg. And you tend to go around riding without knowing it's on there, and you will be called out immediately.
So first of all, I've seen somebody with a Cat 5 tattoo on their leg. That is commitment to the game right there. I appreciate that. But here's my take on the Cat 5 tattoo. We can't say don't do it because the whole point of it is they don't know they have it on their leg. So here's my take on the Cat 5 tattoo. It shouldn't even be an option. It shouldn't be possible because you shouldn't be putting Tri-Flow or WD-40 or whatever you're putting that you're finding in your garage on your chain. Chain lube is specific for your chain. And even like wet lube, which by the way, reserved for like proper rainy days, that really you shouldn't have so much lube that it could leave an imprint on your leg. You put the lube on your chain, you wipe it off. And 9 times out of 10 here in California, 10 times out of 10, you're putting dry lube, which is like a wax-based lube. And speaking of wax, waxing is a thing that I have recently gotten into. And I'll be honest, I've been a very late adopter. The benefits are very well understood. 5 to 10 watts of drivetrain efficiency, a cleaner chain, no Cat 5 tattoos, and substantially increasing the lifespan of your expensive drivetrain components. But it's always seemed a little bit sketch to me with the slow cooker, with the paraffin wax you bought off Amazon. That's all changed now, and Optimized reached out to sponsor this video with their new system, which completely automates the process, taking any guesswork out of chain waxing. which actually requires a very specific temperature at very specific moments in order to realize the full benefits of chain waxing. I literally pressed one button and the entire process was on autopilot. So then why optimize instead of the competition? High quality, made in Germany components. This stuff is built like a tank, very German, very industrial, well engineered. The automatic features we already talked about. And then finally, very competitive price, made even better with code NorCalCycling10 for an additional 10% off. Look guys, I just went through this whole chain waxing process myself, so hit me up in the comments if you have any questions. Now back to the video.
Sunglass arms do not go over your helmet straps.
Wait a second, sunglass arms do go over. Is that what you meant?
Yeah,
Sunglass arms go over the helmet straps. Why? I don't know.
We don't know.
We don't know. They just do, okay? We don't make the rules, we just follow them. Light colored bib shorts, especially white, unacceptable. Also,
believe it or not, jail.
There are rare cases, I would say, when you can wear light colors. If it's like matchy-matchy with your kit, there's some leeway there. Or if you're world champion, you can wear white bib shorts. Otherwise, it becomes a bad look. You get one mud stripe on your chamois and it looks like...
It looks like, you know what it looks like.
You know what it looks like. Okay, and on the topic of bib shorts, the length is for some reason incredibly important. And these days, essentially as long as possible. Serious problem for me, somebody who has like crazy long femurs. Nobody wants to see half of my thigh. I don't want to see half of my thigh. So the Daisy Duke bib shorts are a no-go. And same with sleeves on your jersey, right?
Yes, long as possible, down to the elbow. That is where we like.
Which is weird. I wish that wasn't the trend because here's the thing. You're gonna show up at work and you're gonna have this like razor line, manicured tan line down at your elbow, which is obvious for everyone to see. For some reason, this is like a badge of honor among cyclists. And there is a rare exception when you are allowed to roll that sleeve up to your shoulder, and that is like the month of September, maybe October here in the Northern Hemisphere. The season's over, the sun is still out, and it's like a desperate attempt in order to get rid of that tan line for the rest of the year so you don't look too dorky. Otherwise, all the way down to the elbow.
Yes, and usually people actually get a tattoo of that,
I've
right?
seen this.
Yeah,
I think you've seen this too.
Yes, people they appreciate the badge of honor that they've achieved and they want it all the year.
What do they do? Here's the thing. They get the line with the tattoo, and then their team changes like clothing sponsors.
Yeah,
don't ask questions. Just
It's
doesn't
one of
matter.
those things where you just hope that you don't regret it.
Okay, let's talk about equipment for a second. I want to talk specifically about valve stems and how they need to line up with sidewall logos. None of this needs to happen. I said need. This is just another stupid cycling tradition, but it really just shows that like either you or maybe your mechanic know what they're doing. I don't know, maybe it's like easy to find the logo on the sidewall of your tire because it's lined up with the valve stem. Is there a reason?
I think it just like looks flush. And that's why people
clean
like
look?
it. Yeah, because it's like all of the word jumble is in one spot. I think that's what it is.
And on that note, you know that little plastic cap that comes at the end, your valve stem? Spin it off, throw it in the bin right away. Don't need that thing. I don't know what that's for. Actually, wait, there is a reason for that little thing. I totally forgot. I think Will and I, she's right there. It was our EDC video, I think, where you brought up a really good point. The end of the valve can poke the tube if you don't have that cap on there and actually create a hole in the tube. So keep it on there when it's in your saddlebag or in your pocket or whatever, but when it's on your bike, right in the bin. And same goes with that little washer. Of course, unless you have tubeless, that washer actually serves a purpose and like holds it against, right, there's a reason for it. It creates a seal. But if you're running tubes, spin that sucker off, throw that in the bin also. There's more stuff on our bike that we can throw away when you get a new bike.
Yes, actually you can also throw away, surprisingly, the reflectors that come on the spokes. And there's one other thing, what is it called?
The dork disc.
I love that
You
word.
made me say it.
Yes.
What's stupid about this is like, okay, we're all about safety here at NorCal Cycling, okay? We're safety first and foremost. Why are we throwing away reflectors? I don't know. I throw away the reflectors and then I put a flashing light on my bike. We should keep them on there, but we don't. Another stupid cycling tradition. And the dork disc serves a purpose. As far as I know, it prevents the chain from falling in that death trap between your biggest cog and your spokes. Not that that happens very often, but like, why do we peel all this stuff off? In the name of aesthetics, I guess. Looks cooler.
Yeah.
If you want to pull a prank on your friend, put a dork disc on his bike when he's not looking, or reflectors in his spokes when he's not looking. That's pretty good.
If you're not a member of a pro team, don't wear their jersey. I hate to say it, and it's cool to wear a Lakers jersey to a Lakers game, but this doesn't translate in cycling. So put that pro jersey that your mom got you on your wall and let it sit there.
Okay, in fairness, my mom did buy that. No, I'm just kidding. In fairness, that's signed by Mark Cavendish. That's pretty cool, right? I can put that on my wall.
Yeah.
Anyway. Anyway, don't listen to any of this. These are like the title of the video says, these are stupid cycling traditions that nobody tells you about. Go out, ride, have fun, wear your short socks, your Daisy Dukes.
Booty shorts.
Booty shorts. And wear the pro jersey. That's fine. That's fine. Don't listen to us. Have fun riding. Thanks for coming on, Sarah.
Of course.
Catch you guys in the next one.